everybody. Hi. We're just hanging out. We're just gonna be hanging out for a couple of hours. Hello. We're just gonna be hanging out for a couple of hours until Minty starts her stream. I'm so excited. I will be playing some games with Minty and some other VTubers tonight. So we're all just gonna hang out here until then. So I'm really excited, you guys. I cannot express how excited I am. I cannot wait to see Minty's third evolution in motion. I'm very excited. But we're gonna play some Among Us with Minty. We're gonna do Scribble.io, which I don't really know how to do that. Hi, McMister Professor. Hi. So we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out for now. Instead of doing things that I should probably be doing. I'm having a hard time. It's one of those days where I'm having a hard time focusing on things. So we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. How's everybody doing? What'd y'all have for dinner? What did everyone have for dinner? I have what I want to call soup and a salad, but it was more like some tortellini and chicken broth and a large bowl of lettuce with some olive oil. So I don't know if that really counts as soup and a salad. I don't know. But that is what I ate. So what about you guys? What did you do today? What did you have for dinner? Is it even dinner where any of you are? Is it too early for dinner for most of you? I don't know where anyone is. Time is fake. Time is fake. So you can have dinner whenever you want, to be perfectly honest. 6 hours ago? That was... What time is it where you are? That you had dinner 6 hours ago. That was noon where I am. What? Are you in, like, Europe? That would make sense. I think. Yeah, Europe. UK. Okay. Well, that's a long time ago. I'm sorry that I stream at such a bad time for folks in the UK. But also time is fake. And this is the time that I do it. Because before this, I'm not ready, and after this, I'm tired. We're gonna see how long I can manage tonight. I'm gonna try and keep myself... This is bad, I'm already yawning. But I was gonna say I'm trying to keep myself awake. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, it starts in 2 hours, which is 1 a.m. for you. So actually, yeah, you should sleep at some point. But yeah. I know Minty, like, has VODs and people clip things. But I'm excited. I'm excited for Minty's stream. Minty, like, is upping her game all the time. Like, it's been, what, like 6 months? Because Minty 2.0 wasn't that long after. It was either, like, right before or right after my debut? I think it was, like, right before. So, like, it's been, like, 6 months, and just the degree to which Minty, like, is incredible is amazing. I love Minty. I love Minty so much. I didn't really think about what I was gonna talk about, which was not my wisest idea. yeah. Um, but yeah. You can see we've got some cool lighting effects because I've switched over to PRPR Live, which lets me do cool lighting effects. They're not super subtle, honestly. Like, my shoulders look kind of pink, which is weird, but can I, like... So you can see, I can switch my lighting effects, so I want to, like, figure out some more proper lighting. Yeah, time is fake. Time is an illusion. But otherwise, we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I'd like to react to some YouTube videos sometime. I don't know, like, what kind of videos. Aw, that's a shame. Thankfully, I am I'm unfortunately my own boss. It's great that I'm my own boss and that I don't have that problem, but it's also unfortunate that I'm my own boss because I don't have a lot of money. Getting paid is a really hard thing to do when you're a freelancer. But yeah, so I don't know, I'd like to do some like reacting videos, but I don't know what to react to. What would you guys like to see me react to? You should join my Discord, and we should talk about it there. I may ask some Twitch subs and patrons. I have a Patreon, by the way. I put things up on my Patreon. Freelancing is hard and it sucks, but it's no one will hire me, so it's all I've got. So if you ever need a video edited, you can pay me to do that. Because it's a thing that I like to do and that I'm good at. And technically my rates are low. They sound high. They sound high when I say them, but I assure you they're not. What is going on outside? There are so many noises. Yeah, definitely don't give me money that you need for your life. Like, prioritize food and rent, and what the fuck is going on outside of my home? What is happening? But, I don't know, if you ever need a video edited, you can pay me for that. Or you can give money to my Patreon and see sketches that I don't post anywhere. Because they're all unfinished, because I'm not great at finishing art right now. It's been a hard year, emotionally. Yeah. I mean, it has been for everyone, that's not just me. But, you know, my ears wiggle. See my ears wiggling? That's cute. 2020's been rough. But you can join my Patreon. It's like $1. You can join my Patreon for $1 and see this stuff. And then, that's all you need to like get in the Patreon channel on the Discord. And there's a second Patreon channel for if you do more than $10 or $10 or more. No one is using those channels. People should be. You can use them. You can say secret things in them. I mean, even if I did have human ears, you wouldn't be able to see them because my hair is in the way. But look, my kitty ears, they wiggle. They do little wiggles. It's very cute. But you can say secret things that the people who don't pay me can't see. So that's fun. That's fun and exciting, isn't it? I don't know. I want to, like, come up with more content. I want to come up with more content, but I'm not great at coming up with content. So you guys should ask me for content. If you ask me for content, I will make it. I'm not great. I'm not an ideas person. In spite of how I am sometimes an ideas person. But I'm not great at coming up with things. What is Kingdom? What is Kingdom? I don't know what that is. Um, oh, okay. I, I can't remember things. Um, but I mean, like, um, I don't know. I really enjoyed the chatting stream that we did on Sunday. I really enjoyed that, like digging around for Furby stuff and like learning about puppetry. I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun doing that. So I want to do more of that, and I'd like to know what you guys want to see. Um, like I'd like to know what things you would like to go on like weird Google dives regarding, or like videos that you'd like me to react to or something. I want to do more of that. That's a thing that I really want to do more of because that was a lot of fun. Um, I had a lot of fun with that, and I want to do more stuff like that. So you can suggest it in my Discord if you're in if you do it in the Patreon or the Twitch sub channels. Um, you can I will like go out of my way to make a note of it. It's not a fast moving Discord, thank God, so I can actually like keep up with these things. But yeah, we have a Twitch sub channel and a Patreon sub channel and a super Patreon sub channel, and then all the other shit that we have that everyone has access to. But everything under Supporters Garden is just you guys. I don't know if I should like combine the Twitch sub and Patreon sub channels. I don't know. It's confusing. I don't like I have supporters from different places and I don't know. I don't know, but I want to do these things with you guys. Um, just for you guys. Just for you. Cuz I love you. Cuz I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. Because I am just out here trying to live and it's hard. It's really difficult. So any support you guys give me like means the actual world to me. Like it's really hard to I'm not good at verbally expressing things. I'm kind of a disaster, but it means so much to me that you guys even like come to my streams and then like you sub and you donate and it's like what like look at all these names here and look at this bar here, like that's amazing. That's amazing that you guys like do this. That's so great and cool. And I don't know, like I want to enjoy doing more things with you and doing things that y'all want to see. Um, and doing more things that are more me kind of directly like interacting with you and talking to you. Um, it's hard because I'm not good at video games. I'm really not very good at video games. So I'm trying to figure out more content I can do that is not directly video games. So I don't know, like if you guys like have a funny video that you want me to react to, stream my freelance work. I do stream most Wednesdays. I do stream uh, art commission. Well, mostly this one art commission that I've been working on for almost a year. Oh my god, I really need to finish this thing. It's just been such a big project. But I will. I have been streaming that. I want to kind of stream more doodly art things. Um, but my art progress is such a weird thing. Like, again, if on my Patreon, I post a lot of sketches that I never finish. There's not a lot, because lately, I am just sketching from my heart. I just sketch directly from my heart and never finish things. But I do stream most Wednesdays, not this Wednesday, obviously, because we're only going to be here for another, hour and 45 minutes. I appreciate that. I appreciate, I appreciate that people think that I am worth spending that money on. That means a lot to me. That is very, very special to me. But I will probably, I'll go back to it next Wednesday, streaming. I'm gonna finish this commission before it's been a year. I swear to God. No, I'm obviously I still wanted to stream today, even though we're gonna go see Minty. But I'm not gonna, invest myself in something that I usually put, 3 or 4 hours into when I know I'm only doing a 2-hour stream. 'Cause that kind of messes up my flow. My brain is a mess, and I have to do things in very specific ways in order to get myself to do them. So we're not doing art this week, but we will next Wednesday. We'll be back with more of it. We're gonna try and get through some more shading. I'm gonna get this done. I gotta get this thing done. It's thankfully the person who has commissioned this has been very patient with me, because 2020 has been such a garbage year. And then, I've got a couple more commissions in the chamber to work on. So I've got to do those. Rant about support. I've been doing it for 20 minutes already. Cause I love y'all. Y'all are very, very important, very special to me. I do want to do more tokusatsu stuff. I've still got to pick up Memory of Heroes. So we'll see when that happens. Oh, you mean, oh God, you mean fucking, this week's tokusatsu. Oh God. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I was still, going 1,000 miles an hour, because I love all of them. Mostly, on the chaotic energy of Saber. I'm gonna be honest, it's hard enough to be. It is very hard being a person. It is super hard being a people. And I am just a simple kitty cat. Look at me. Look at my ears wiggle. Look, you can see. I am just a simple kitty who has become a person by virtue of a magic piece of fruit. And it has been super hard to be a person. It is very difficult. But yeah, wow, the fucking chaotic energy of Kamen Rider Saber has absolutely, fueled me. And will continue to fuel me for the next, 40 weeks. Because, wow, it is just never a dull moment. I am a cat. I am a cat. I have other cats here who, thankfully, they do not try to be people. I'm sure it is hard for them. Oh, what? Con! Thank you! I want you to know that I used the last $25 that you donated to buy myself a hamburger and a milkshake and some fries. So that made me very happy that day. But thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. That's so generous of you. It really is. But yeah, wow, the absolute chaotic energy of Kamen Rider Saber and, Tetsuo being just an absolute agent of chaos. I adore him. The friggin' Mario episode. A thing about common. Yes, that is how you spell it. I love to talk about it. I do. It is a thing that has meant a lot to me for many, many years now. And there have been a lot of ups and downs over those years. It's been like 10 years almost, just about, that I've been into it. That is the question. It's a question that will be answered when we know when and how his sword broke. But it is, there's ups and downs. There have been shows I've loved, shows that I haven't liked so much. There was one that I just didn't finish watching. Thank you. I'm very passionate about fucking Japanese children's action heroes, and I don't know why. It is just my ongoing fixation. We will figure that out when the time comes. I am still kind of overwhelmed by side material in Kamen Rider and how much they have been pushing it the past several years. It's honestly really overwhelming, and I kind of wish they wouldn't do it so much, because it's really hard for me to take things in. Okay, so if you want to watch Kuga, you go to Shout Factory. You go to Shout Factory's website, and you click on Tokushoutsu, and it's a lot of, there's a lot of stuff there. It's a lot of Super Sentai, but Kamen Rider Kuga's there, and you can watch Kamen Rider Kuga, which is a fine enough place to start. But okay, so I have kind of I have very strong opinions on where someone should start watching Kamen Rider. One of which is Kuga, which is in fact Kuga, and I deeply, deeply support watching this official release of Kuga, because Shout Factory has been doing a lot to get tokusatsu to be more accessible in the West, because, man, it really is not. So Kuga, Double, and 01 are the riders that I really suggest as starters. Ironically isn't the word, but coincidentally, they are each the first shows of their respective eras. Kuga is a very good show. It is very, very, very different from every single other Heisei Kamen Rider. It is the only one where there is only one rider. The tone is very different, because Kuga was the first Heisei rider. He was the first Kamen Rider they made after a very long hiatus, and they didn't intend to do more shows after Kuga. Kuga was kind of a last hurrah. And then it was really successful, and they were like, well, what if we keep doing this, actually? But Kuga is structurally the best made Kamen Rider. With story structure and, consistency and just intensity and escalation, Kuga is the most well-produced. I actually did a whole PowerPoint on Double, so you can go back in my VODs and if you want to kind of know what Double's about. But Double is kind of a really great place to start if you want to kind of get the tone and pacing of a modern Kamen Rider, because Double had a very, very big effect on how modern Kamen Rider is structured. And there's been kind of more and more deviation as time has gone on, because Double is from 2010, is a 10-year-old show at this point. But it, I really think that they just haven't, everything from Kuga to Decade, which is the show before Double, I feel like there was a lot more experimentation going on in Phase 1 Heisei. Excuse me. In Phase 1 Heisei, where Phase 2, which is everything from Double to Zio, and Reiwa, which is the last year's show and the show that's airing now, I think are very much affected by how successful Double was and how much they were trying to recreate that structure. Hello, Red! We're talking about Kamen Rider, because that's the thing that I do. But Double is really good for getting the feel of Modern Rider. It's also got kind of a very condensed cast. It's got a small cast. It's got kind of a very limited range of how much gimmick stuff is going on in it. So it's you kind of get that taste, and everything is not super overwhelming. It's also a very sweet show. It is one of my favorites as far as story. It's very much just about found family and found family and where those things intersect, and how sometimes you want to forgive people who have wronged you, and just sometimes you fucking don't. And you don't have to if you don't want to. But you can, if it helps you. And, it's about kind of the thin line between love and hate, and people who make bad choices, and how they're not necessarily bad people because of these bad choices they've made. But that doesn't mean that the people who are hurt by those bad choices have to forgive them. There's a lot of stuff going on in the show. It's very good. And then there's 01, which ended about 3 months ago. And it is the first show of the Reiwa era. It's a very Double is also a very back-to-basics show. But 01 is also very back-to-basics. It's way more intense of a show. I will pet my cat. He is right here. I will do that for you. Hello, baby. Hello. I rubbed his belly just for you. So 01 is, I will do it again. I got two pet my cat requests. I will do it. I will rub his belly a second time. Mark those as complete. So 01 is so good. It's way more intense of a show than you think it's gonna be when you start it. And it is a show about what it means to be a person and having relationships with other people, and how sometimes those relationships are good and sometimes they're bad, and sometimes people want to hurt you, and if they do, that doesn't make you bad. But 01 also, again, is the first episode of the Reiwa era, and it has the first core cast female Kamen Rider. It has an actual non-binary character. Would you ever suggest watching them in the order of them coming out? Yes, you can do that. You can just... I wouldn't suggest starting in the Showa era unless you are super into, 70s really cheesy special effect, really cheesy 70s Japanese special effects stuff, because, that's a lot of, if you're into really, really old Godzilla movies, and you're just, you're really into those old effects, then watch, just start at Rider 1 and go. But if you wanna take Kamen Rider and just go completely in order, you can just start at Kuga, and then you have 22 shows you can watch. You have 22 whole shows that are more or less like 50 episodes long. They're all usually like 48, with the exception of Decade, which is shorter for reasons. Those reasons don't matter right now. There is a lot of content. There is a lot of fucking content that you can watch. Yeah, it is 22 shows. Phase 1 Heisei is 10 shows. Phase 2 Heisei is 10 shows. Reiwa is currently one finished show and 9 episodes of another show. So you've got like 21 shows and a handful of episodes. And trust me, by the time you get to Saber, it will be 22 shows. There is a lot of content. So if you really want to, you can watch them in order. But there is no real direct connection between most shows, so you do not need to watch them in order if you don't want to. Kuga to Decade you can pretty much skip around in, same for Double and Forward, but there's one movie per year that benefit. Yeah, generally, there are crossover movies between shows that, this is a thing that started mostly around, Decade is when Movie Wars started. So in Phase 2 Heisei, you have these very deliberate, direct crossover movies between shows, that are mostly good. I can't think of any that are bad. I even watched the Gaim and Drive movie, and I actually find that movie to... The Gaim... Okay, the thing about Movie Wars, the way that these movies are set up is they're in thirds, and the first third is one show, and the second third is the other show, and then the last part is they come together and they do a thing. And I feel like the Gaim parts and the Drive parts of the Gaim Drive movie were not very good, but the Gaim and Drive part was actually really good. Like, it was more entertaining than it should have been. Yeah, so if you want to start at Kuga and just go forward in order, you can. There is nothing stopping you. That is a perfectly valid way to do this. Technically, if you were a child in the year 2000 and started watching Kamen Rider, then that's technically how you would have experienced it. So there is really nothing wrong with doing it that way. It's more that you don't have to. If you see something from a show that, if you see something from a show that you think is cool or interesting and it makes you want to watch it, you can just skip to that one if you want. There's nothing stopping you, it's fine. So, you can just experience it however you want to. I watched Phase 2 Heisei more or less in order. I watched Phase 2 Heisei more or less in order because I started watching Phase 2 Heisei around the time of the third Phase 2 show, and the Double is the first Kamen Rider I watched, and by the time I watched Double, it had already ended, and when I finished it, the show that is 2 shows after was just about to start, so I watched that show along with the show that came between it and Double, as that show was airing, and I've pretty much watched them in order since then, because I've watched them as they were airing. But I skipped around in Phase 1 a lot. I don't even remember the order that I watched it in. I think I watched Kabuto pretty early on because I think I watched that pretty early on. I know I watched Amazon in there, which is pretty late in the Showa era shows. So, I can't talk about Ultraman. I've not even finished one yet. I'm very close to the end of my first Ultraman, but I can't really speak to Ultraman as a franchise. I am not experienced enough with it. But I know people like it. People really like it. I like it, but people like it way, way more than I like it. Like, everyone I know that likes Ultraman, like, really, really likes Ultraman. and I'm just like, Ultraman seems cool. But like, to the point where some of them like just stopped watching other tokusatsu and just only care about Ultraman. Which has always really intimidated me about Ultraman. I find everything about Ultraman still really, really intimidating. Like, I am still very, very overwhelmed by Ultraman, and I don't know how to handle it. I am very, very overwhelmed by it. But I like the one that I am watching a lot. Where was I? Where was I going with this? Hey baby. My cat is here. He just jumped down from the window and I'm not really sure what he wants. He's kind of just standing next to my chair. I don't really know what he's doing. Okay, I think he's gonna go to sleep. I startled him because my shadow moved. Okay, he's leaving. So that's happening. Where was I going with this? I don't remember where I was going with this. I'm sorry. Now I'm trying not to get upset that I've lost my train of thought. Wasted my youth only watching US Power. Okay. There are a lot of people I know that are like, who are in the tokusatsu fandom who legitimately really like Power Rangers. And that's fine. When I was 7 was when Power Rangers started airing in the US, and I watched the first season and I was super into it, and then I didn't watch it anymore after that, and I don't know why. I have no idea. Oh, my other cat has now arrived. But like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a very different, I don't want to say tone. I don't want to say tone, because Super Sentai, I will pet him for you. I have pet him. I have pet the boy. But I don't want to say it's a different tone, because again, Super Sentai is goofy as hell. But I feel like there is a level on which it is more sincere than most Power Ranger shows. I feel like Super Sentai is kind of sincere in its goofiness and in its heart and in like the things it wants to do and portray, but it's still aimed at 8-year-olds, so sometimes it's kind of goofy. Where I feel like there are levels on which Power Rangers does not want to internally take itself seriously. It doesn't want to be sincere about itself, because I don't... And this may be changing now that Hasbro's got a hold of it. I did not watch Beast Morphers because I could not figure out when it was on television. So I didn't really watch it, even though I wanted to. Because I feel like Hasbro will probably treat the property with more respect than Haim Saban ever did, because Haim Saban really didn't give a shit. But I mean, like, Power Rangers is well beloved within the Toku fandom. It is a thing that people still watch and talk about and enjoy. I see, American names coming up during, like, Toku fanfiction events, and I'm like, these are Power Rangers characters. I don't know which ones, but they're definitely Power Rangers characters. The only criticism I have of Power Rangers, remains the entirety of Power Rangers Samurai. And I feel this is a valid criticism because that boy's white as heck. And you cannot legitimately tell me that this very, very white boy is descended from Japanese samurai. And like, look, I'm white. I am super white. So, see, the thing is, I don't know how people feel about samurai. I don't know if no one likes it. I just think a lot of people do not take it seriously. I think there are people that like some of the character dynamics. And the thing about samurai is, I feel like people might like samurai because samurai is literally just Shinkenger. It is like 99, it is to Shinkenger what Lion King 2019 is to the original Lion King movie, where it is the exact same thing, just shifted 3 inches to the left, where they're trying to convince me that this white boy is somehow descended from Japanese samurai, and that this other, then they bring it, they do Kaoru, they do the Kaoru thing, except it's just this white girl, and I'm like, y'all are not descended from Japanese samurai, y'all are white, and like, look, I'm white, I don't have any problem with white people, just, he's white, he's not Japanese, he's not an Asian man. Like, there are actual Asians on that show, and I'm like, why are one of them not the red who's descended from Japanese? The thing is, the thing about samurai is all they had to do was make the red Japanese and be like, yes, he is descended from samurai, but he has brought in his friends, because now he lives in America, he's just brought in his racially diverse friends to be the other Power Rangers. That's fine. You can just do that, and then, you know, you could bring in Kaoru and have her be like, oh no, it can't be these people because they're not descended from samurai. You gotta, like, have actual, like, blood lineage samurai people, and they could be like, no, anyone can save the world. You don't have to, it doesn't matter. You just have to have a good heart and believe in friendship and that kind of shit. But it's, I don't know, I've only seen like 2 episodes of Samurai. I can't really speak to the quality of it as a show. But I know that the one episode that I saw, there was an episode that I saw where there was like a monster, and it was like revealing everyone's like internal things they hate about themselves, or like their deepest, darkest secrets, and like they were all like distraught over it. And then, you know, the yellow gets affected, and she's just like, okay, yeah, I already hate myself, this isn't news to me. So, like, it didn't really affect her, and she, like, kind of came to terms with some of her shit, and then I watched Shinkenger, and that's, like, an actual episode in Shinkenger, and I'm like, wow, they just straight lifted that whole episode. Like, word for word. And I was surprised because I'm like, wow, that's it seemed like a very Power Rangers sort of plot, except that I was really impressed that they were, like, actually dealing with severe, like, depression and self-esteem issues. But otherwise, it seemed like a very Power Rangers plot, so when I saw it actually in Shinkenger, I'm like, damn, this ain't a thing that I expected Shinkenger to talk about. But Shinkenger is good. Shinkenger is a good show. And again, I can't speak to the quality of Samurai because I haven't watched it. I know that the things that I have said are pretty much what most people say about it, though. But, yeah, I don't know. Watch Shinkenger, I guess. Shinkenger is fun. I don't know, Shinkenger is not one of my favorites. I liked the vibe Shinkenger has, but I don't, like, there's nothing about Shinkenger that really stuck with me. 90% of the time, I cannot even remember the characters' names, except for Kaoru. because a lot of people were talking about Kaoru when I got into the fandom, because that was shortly after Shinkenger, and a lot of people had joined the fandom on Shinkenger. A lot of people came in on Shinkenger. Don't know why. Don't know what it is that brought people to the fandom with Shinkenger, but a lot of people really love Shinkenger, which is fine. Shinkenger is a perfectly good show. I don't blame anyone for having it as one of their favorites. But I didn't get quite as attached to Shinkenger. I liked the vibe, but nothing really stuck with me. I always feel like there should be a show between Go-Onger and Shinkenger, but man, there sure isn't. Was the first post-Power Rangers season. Samurai wasn't planned while Shinken was on. I don't totally understand what that means. So all the Power Rangers fans after RPM needed their fix. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, because I know RPM was a huge fan favorite in Power Rangers. Well, that's also because RPM was the last Disney one, and Samurai was when it shifted back to Saban, so there was, I'm not surprised there was a little bit of a delay there. Yeah, so I'm not super surprised that a lot of people came from RPM to Shinkenger. But again, I have not watched RPM. I just know it is very well beloved, and that it is so tonally dissonant from the show that it was adapted from. It is the most different. I've had RPM explained to me. I know what RPM is about. I haven't watched it because I don't watch Power Rangers. I'm sorry, I don't. I have nothing against it. I have nothing against anyone who does watch it. I just can barely keep up with the shit I'm watching already. There are too many things. There are too many things, and it is deeply overwhelming. Again, this is why I wish that Toei would stop doing all of these, like, 0.5s. These, like, 0.5 episodes and, like, side episodes. Because it is so fucking overwhelming to me. I can't. It is too many things, and, like, having to being required to watch all of these things is, like, I can't take that. It is a lot. It is too much for my brain. Like, honestly, I kind of wish that, like, Ryder would take a break for a year so I could just have some downtime. I love it. I love 01 and I love Saber. I love these shows. I love these franchises and this genre. It's just, they make so much fucking content. And, like, 01 didn't really have all this side content, and I feel like it was way more successful. Yes. Toei Animation is who does Dragon Ball and One Piece. Toei's live action arms are in Sentai and Kamen Rider. No, I can't. Honest to God, it is so much. Like, the first, like, 10 episodes of Zio had these 0.5... Oh, yeah, Toei just never stops. Toei makes all the money. And they don't like to spend it. They just like to have it. Which is why the budget of these shows is, like, 45 cents and a piece of gum. I honestly can't say that's true anymore. I feel like they're putting more and more budget every year, but they're also just making more and more because there are so many toys. There are so many toys that they make so much money on. But, like, I feel like the shows that all have these, like, large amounts of side content are the ones that are less successful. And I'm just like, why do you have to have these side things? Just pace your show well enough to put this stuff in episodes. Like, I don't know, Kira Major had an episode 0, and I kind of understand why, because the Red was not in it a lot, and they're not gonna do an episode that's not, like, they're not gonna start the show on an episode that isn't, like, completely about the Red, because that's how fucking Super Sentai works, we all know this, but it's a lot. It's just a lot. And it's overwhelming, and it's hard for me as a person who pacing is for poor people. That makes sense. I am poor, and that's probably why I want there to be better pacing. It's just a lot. And I get overwhelmed very easily. And I just want to watch the episodes of the show as they come out. And not, like, I don't know, have to figure out all this other stuff. I don't know. It's a lot. It's just a lot. I need to open a different tab because I've got YouTube up on the browser and I just don't like looking at the thumbnails that I'm looking at. I'll open up Twitter. Keep an eye on Twitter. Had to drink some water. But yeah. Posture check, thank you. I was a little, off to the side there. I was kind of tilting to the left. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why I just went back to YouTube when that's not the thing I wanted to be looking at. But people love piecing together lore out of jigsaw pieces from two different puzzles. Oh god. Well, the thing is, it's all one puzzle. And I don't know what the fuck Saber is doing. Saber's like, here, we're gonna introduce this plot line that is this big mystery. Almost an hour, I know! We're an hour out from Minty, and I'm so excited. I'm so incredibly hype. So they introduce this big, mind you, we are 9 episodes into this show. 9 episodes have aired at this present moment. So we are not far into this show. This show is gonna be approximately, like, between 45 and 50 episodes long. So we are not far in. We have not even hit the first quarter of this show. They introduced this entire big mystery of the villain wants to go to Avalon, and he wants to get some kind of power from Avalon, and Avalon is this whole big mystery. And then, like, 2 episodes later, we just go there? And now we're done with Avalon. Like, we're there for an episode, and now we're done with Avalon, and I'm like, wait, if that's all that there is to this plotline, what the fuck is this show about? I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't know where this show is going. I'm excited to find out. I love this show, but it is 1000% chaotic energy and, like, 0 to 1,000 mile an hour escalation every single episode. I love it. I can't, like, don't get me wrong, I love this show. I am still running on the adrenaline of episode 9 from last night. But I don't know what the fuck this show's plan is. 'Cause, like, okay, 01, last year. Again, show that you could start on. It's really good. You could kind of tell where the show was headed. Not entirely. They pull some cool stuff. They pull some mysteries. They pull some interesting twists. But the basic, like, what the show is trying to accomplish, you can pretty much figure out from the start, especially if you're used to patterns in Kamen Rider. Like, if you know the patterns, it's pretty easy to figure out, like, okay, this is who we're fighting, this is why we're fighting them, this is what the major conflict is. I don't know any of that in Saber. Like, there are some villains, I don't know what they want, I don't know what their plan is. They've said things vaguely that sound like a plan, but I don't know what those things mean. And that's it's not necessarily bad. This isn't a problem, so to speak. It's just I don't know where this is going. And given a thing that I think about a lot as a creator, as a creative, I think about the track records of the people that have written these things. And the thing about 01 is the lead writer for 01 had written one Kamen Rider prior to this. His first Kamen Rider was like three-ish years before Ex-Aid Build Zero. Yeah, that sounds right. 3-ish years before. And it was a good show. Ex-Aid was a good show, but Ex-Aid had some glaring narrative flaws. And when being able to look at 01 as a whole, and I could even tell this very early in 01, but looking at 01 as a whole, I can say that this is true. He learned. He could tell what things in Ex-Aid didn't kind of shake out the way that he wanted them to, because the production of these shows is fucking buck wild. There's like a 2-week turnaround time on episodes, and sometimes they will just make you change the entire plot based on toy sales. And that's a lot to deal with your first show. I respect that. I don't, like, Ex-Aid was a very, very good show. But there were some glaring narrative flaws. And I genuinely feel like in 01, he addressed those narrative flaws. He learned from the problems he had on Ex-Aid and made a better show. So now we have kind of the same situation with Saber. The lead writer for Saber has written one prior Kamen Rider show, Kamen Rider Ghost, which I also love, and if anyone in the fandom tells you Ghost is bad, don't believe them. Please watch the show and judge it for yourself. It deserves that. It is a show with a good heart that had some writing problems, because I am 100% sure that there was a thing that was supposed to be the end game plot of the show based around one character, but another character's toys sold way more, so he had to change the direction of the show. And there is some stuff that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But he's got kind of these very ambitious narrative ideas, and I just worry that he does not have kind of key points in the story nailed down hard enough. It's not even that it wasn't toyetic enough, because there is a lot of toy stuff in Ghost. It's just that one guy's toy, one character was more popular, so his toys sold better. So they wanted more of that guy. This is actually kind of a thing that happened with Kamen Rider Decade, and is part of the reason that it's not. This specifically isn't part of the reason that Kamen Rider Decade got cut short, but it is part of the reason that Kamen Rider Decade is a narrative mess, because partway through the show, Sho Aikawa was the lead writer for Kamen Rider Decade. And partway through the show, Toei was like, hey, this is what we want. We want you to focus on this. And he was like, that is not my plan. That is not the story I'm writing. And they're like, yeah, but we want you to focus on this because this is where the toy sales are. And Sho Aikawa was like, okay, bye. And he just left. He left the production. And for a good, 6 to 10 episodes, I forget exactly how many, Kamen Rider Decade does not have a lead writer. And it's fucking buck wild. it's absolutely wild. So, and this is not the first time that a writer has left mid-show. When it happened with Hibiki, that was more of a big production overhaul. For some reason, I forget exactly the reason. I know the Kotetsu Toys Japan YouTube channel has talked about that. Taka has talked about that. He runs Kotetsu Toys Japan, which is a online site for buying tokusatsu merchandise, and Taka, who runs the shop, he's kind of a friend to the fandom. He communicates with us a lot on Twitter, and he has a YouTube channel that he's started kind of within the last year, where he kind of like looks at things that we as Western fans may not know about or fully understand. And also just, whatever he feels like talking about. There are a lot of really fun videos with his wife, who is not super into tokusatsu, but, she's exposed to it somewhat because this is her husband's hobby. And she does some fun videos where he'll, like, ask her some questions or be like, hey, can you guess this rider's name based on their suit and some basic information? And she's a really good sport about it, and those videos are incredibly cute. So I would absolutely recommend the Kotetsu Toys Japan YouTube channel. So I will link that. He demos some toys, but I really enjoy a lot of his the videos with his wife are my favorite. They're so funny. But his channel is very good, and also I don't know how much ad revenue he gets from his channel. Oh well, he's got over 3,000 subscribers now. Good for him. I don't know how much ad revenue he makes from his channel, but because of the Japan's postal service is not shipping stuff out to the U.S. Because of the pandemic, and that has been a huge financial hit to him. So, if any money that he gets from his YouTube channel has to be some amount of helpful. So I just, I want to support a fellow creator, a friend of this fandom that has meant so much to me. So, watch his YouTube videos. Or don't, I'm not the police. Do whatever you want. But I'll promo a creator I like. That's what we do here. We support people. We love and support people. That's why we're gonna raid Minty in an hour. Reminds me of Australia screwing up the anime. What did Australia do? I haven't heard about this. What did Australia do, Red? How did they fuck up the anime industry? What happened there? I have not heard about that. I don't watch as much anime as I used to. I have not had the time. I used to hang out with friends once a week and watch anime, and then the pandemic happened, and now I don't leave my house. So, I've fallen drastically behind on watching anime, because I can't do these things by myself, apparently. But yeah, what happened? Let's Google that shit. Australian senator wants to ban all anime featuring child exploitation. Impassioned speech against the graphic depictions of child abuse in anime and manga. Anything with it? That's super... that's a thing that sounds like on the surface like a really righteous cause, but it's... The Commonwealth Criminal Code prohibits the sale, production, possession, and distribution of offensive and abusive material that depicts a person or is a representation of a person who appears to be under 18. like, premise that in accordance to the law, any depiction of child abuse, no matter the context, should certainly be banned. And, like, this is a thing where there's a lot of broad definitions of things. This is kind of an issue that I have a lot of complex feelings on, and this is probably not the place to talk about it. Like, it's... Well, I feel like this is a lot more nuanced than this senator is making it out to be, and... Man. Man, yeah. See, that flings me back to my childhood when that was just the only way to get anything, was importing it. I have, like, imported fan subs of, like, an old Sailor Moon movie that my cousin get. Like, it is a black VHS tape with, like, that kind of, like, really old label. Japan can be creepy with the age stuff. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is there is a lot of stuff that is mega questionable, but I don't think that means you can just ban everything. It's complicated. It's complicated and nuanced, and I'm not good enough at just talking off the cuff to like, really articulate my feelings on this, but I've, yeah, see, I feel like this guy's definition of child abuse is like a villain punches Deku in My Hero Academia. Like, yeah. And it's like, that's not necessary. Like, shonen comes out of such, like, young adult tropes. Like, young adult tropes are such a thing where, like, it's, I don't know. It's a complicated, nuanced topic. I think half the time anime characters look like adults, but the studio says that they're a 15-year-old to pander to that audience. Yeah, let's go with that. Because, again, this is a complex, nuanced topic, but a lot of it, what a lot of it comes down to, a lot of, like, Shonen Jump, basic bitch anime stuff is, like, it's just, like, power fantasies for kids. That's all it is. Yeah, sometimes it's straight creepy, though. Looking at you, Studio Trigger, and I love Studio Trigger. I do. I love them. But I'm still, and, like, I'm gonna call out, like, my favorite fucking anime of all time. I love Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann is one of my favorite anime of all time. It is, like, top 2. There's no way in fuck that Yoko is 14. Like, 14 or 15. That's bullshit. And they, like, backtracked that to be like, no, she's, like, actually 18, but the way that their, like, planet goes around the sun or whatever, like, the length of years on their planet, she's 15, but, like, by our years, she'd be 18. Yeah, no, she's, like, 14. It's bullshit. Like, that's bullshit. That's hot bullshit. So, like, no. Don't just fucking make her 18. Make her 18, make Kamina 20, make Simon like 16. Like, you don't need to overcomplicate this shit. It's a lot. And it's just, Trigger, just get your shit together. Get your shit together, Studio Trigger. Like, I couldn't watch Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill skeeved me. Kill la Kill, and nothing against people who like Kill la Kill, because I think maybe there was some cool stuff in that story. Gurren Lagann, though, is, like, that is one of my favorite anime of all time, but, like, I don't know, Kill la Kill skeeved me. Nothing against anyone who liked Kill la Kill. I'm sure, like, I only watched, like, 3 episodes, so there's probably some cool stuff in that story, but it just skeeved me. Y'all hear it raining outside my house? It's raining really hard. But I loved Gurren Lagann. I love that show. Well, I'm glad it's soothing. I'm glad you are enjoying the rain, because it's also still very warm out, and if I close my windows, I will die. I will bake. I will become a baked orange. And that, frankly, sounds kind of gross. So, that's where we're at the moment. Yeah, you'd wonder how it's warm in November, but it is. It's, what is the temperature? This is gonna be the temperature outside, so, yeah, it's 66 degrees outside. It's 66 degrees outside, and it's, like, significantly warmer than that in my house. Particularly in this room, because this is a very small room with not a lot of ventilation. Well, it has 2 windows, so it actually has pretty good ventilation. But heat will just build in this room for some reason. It is like 10 degrees colder everywhere else in my house. But this room is an oven, so I need to keep my windows open, or I will die. But yeah, so Studio Trigger. There was and I love KyoAni. I adore KyoAni. There was a show that they did, Myriad Colors Phantom World, I think, was the title. And it was really weird because it was very similar to another show that they did, Beyond the Boundary, except Phantom World was entirely fan service, and it was so skeevy, and it, like, I couldn't watch it. And again, I'm sorry if anyone likes it, and maybe there's cool stuff in it beyond what I watch, but it skeeved me so hard. And usually that's not a huge problem with KyoAni, especially more modern KyoAni stuff. But I don't know, I couldn't watch that one. And, like, I'm not even, like, I'm pretty chill when it comes to fanservice-y stuff. But, I don't know, when they're high schoolers, that feels skeevy. That just feels skeevy to me. Set your shit in colleges. Set your shit in a college where they're all, like, 19 and 20. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I watched a lot of weird anime. I watched a lot of shit in my time. Like, I can go through. I have a Kitsu.io account in order to keep track of all my shit. And there's so much weird shit. Like, what have I watched? What I have 167 different anime on here that I've completed. Astro Lost in Space was actually that was surprisingly good. That was a surprisingly good show. It was weird, not in like a creepy fan service way, even though it is a like kind of a weird high school show. But it was kind of it was they did a lot of weird, interesting stuff, and it was pretty cool. Yozakura Quartet is fucking weird. I love the vibe of that show, but it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird, and I don't know if I can, like, really recommend it. I'm very hyped for the new Gridman show. I really liked the Gridman show from a couple years ago. 2018, okay, that was actually more recent than I thought. I don't know why I maybe thought it was 2016. But that was a good show. That was a fun show. That's Yozakura Quartet again. Cutie Honey. I love Cutie Honey. Cutie Honey is fucking weird. And I mean, Cutie Honey is, like, such a fan service show. But, I don't know, I enjoy Cutie Honey. Cutie Honey Universe was weird, and I'm still bummed that they, like, didn't use the traditional Cutie Honey opening theme. It's, like, the only Cutie Honey property that has not used the original Cutie Honey opening theme. What's this? What's this one? Oh, that's Build Divers. Build Divers was fun. Build Divers was a fun show. Oh, Blood Blockade Battlefront was great. That was a great show. That I really enjoyed. March Comes In Like a Lion was a great show, but that's like slice of life. That's just a very, like, down-to-earth slice of life show about depression. But that was really good. That's a really good show. I wish I could. I mean, I don't know. It's not like the writer of MMO Junkie was a bad person. It was just the director of the anime. The director of the anime is a fucking garbage being. I don't know, maybe I should read the manga, and then I can at least recommend the manga to people. But I really enjoyed MMO Junkie. I thought it was cute. Restaurant to Another World was really good. That was a good show. A little bit fan servicey, but it's just so in its premise that it's just like, no, food though. Food though. Oh man, okay. So Kakegurui is a show that I love, but it's so fucking horny. I can't, like, maybe the live action is better. I have to watch the live action show. I've watched the live action movie, which is incredible. It is my favorite bit of the Kakegurui franchise. But the anime, like, because I'm wondering if maybe the live action is less horny. I don't know about MMO Junkie's manga run. Like, I don't know anything about it. I've never read it. But I should, because then I could at least recommend the manga to people. But, like, Kakegurui is so weird, because that's a show where you very quickly forget that these are high schoolers and that this takes place in a high school, because there is no high school content to the Kakegurui universe. Everyone is just in a building that is apparently a high school. There are no classes, there are no teachers, there is no staff in this school. It is just some people who gamble and are horny. But I love Kakegurui. The live action movie is my favorite bit of content. That's some other weird shit that I've watched. I've watched a lot of Clamp stuff, which is all very weird. I love Clamp. I do. Clamp is fucking weird. They're some fucking weirdos. But they know what they're about, and I respect that. Okay. Yeah, here's one. Here's my go-to for thing that I love but I cannot recommend because it is a lot of creepy fan service, is Vivid Red Operation, which is a magical, like a techno-magical girl show from 2013. they function. It's got a very kind of Sentai vibe to it, but it's a magical girl show. They don't like have Sentai suits. They have magical girl outfits. But man, there are so many creepy shots, and I cannot recommend anyone watch it ever. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute. I thought it was a fun show. I cannot recommend it. It's sometimes the camera is just like, why are you like this? Why are you like this? This is unnecessary. Like, I know what you're doing, and don't. Just don't do it. So yeah, like, I've watched some weird shit over the years. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. I don't judge. I'm not gonna tell people what to watch. I like Symphogear, and Symphogear is weirdly horny. But, you know, whatever. I mean, there's shit that I will definitely not promote, but I don't know. I'm not gonna broad strokes things because I feel like that doesn't really help anyone. Rolling Girls was actually a very visually interesting show. They did that was a really cool show. Okay, so where are we at? We've got about half an hour? Half an hour until Minty time? Half an hour until Minty time. Oh man, Boogie's Angel, that was a weird one. I watched a lot of weird shit. I've been alive a long time, so I've had a long time to see a lot of weird shit. Aw, Twinkie has added me to a Twitter list of people they want to protect. Thank you, Twinkie. And thank you for hosting. I appreciate that. So what else is going on? What else is going on? Yes, protect me because I am small and poor and tired and anxious. Why do I have... What is this? Oh, when did I watch the Bleach movie? I apparently watched that. I don't remember doing that, but I guess I did. I'll take their word for it. Aw, y'all sweet. Protect me. No attack me healer. That's me healer. It's almost time. Almost time for Minty. Almost Minty time. I'm very excited. Very excited. Let's do a picker together. Let's see. How do I browser setup? There we go. Let's do this picker that I just saw on Twitter. No one in particular, but okay, so let's see. Okay, these are different like face shapes. I like this one. I like this one. This one's cute. Yeah. We're gonna try and make me. I'm gonna try and make me in this pick crew. I feel like that's the right one, but I don't want to be winking. We'll go with this one. Give me cute little mouth. Yeah. Yeah, meow. Never seen a picture be done before. I'm not sure what it's like a doll maker. It's the same kind of thing. You got different parts that you do things with. We're gonna go with the tongue. I'm gonna blep. I got little eyebrows. I got little tiny eyebrows. That's not true. In real life, I got big ass eyebrows. Let's go with those. So this is kind of right. Oh, there's no green! There's no green! It's failure. We're done. We're quitting. We're quitting. Let's do this one. This one looks cute. Let's try this. Okay, so we start on the hair. Oh, that's Jake. You can make Jake from Forza. We'll go with this one, even though it's kind of backwards. There we go. Green. I guess that's right. That seems correct. Like this. Yeah, that looks like me. Now we're getting somewhere. Ponytail? Like my ponytail. That's not right. No, those are like side pigtails. This is correct, but like you can't see it. Yeah, it's this one, but you can't really see it. But we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Yeah. I've got one of these. So we'll go with this. It's not facing the right direction, but... There's a train. There's a train outside, making very loud train noises. Yeah, there we go. That's me. Eyebrow. You can't see the eyebrow anywhere. Yeah, I live near train tracks. So train loud. Key. Yeah. What? Why can't I color the ears? Why can't I make the ears the... Whoa, what the fuck is going on with those? Okay, well, I guess we'll do this. Even though they're not the right color. Fluffy! I want to be fluffy. What do you mean I can only do one fluffy? What do you mean? Cause I got like a fluffy sweater. So that's close. We'll do this one, cause it's cute. Yeah, that's the right color. Where the fuck is this sweater that's on top here? What is this doing? There we go. Get rid of that. But what? Fine. Then we won't get sleeves from there. This is like my... Why is the arm up like that? That's dumb. So I gotta move my arms now? Have my arms a specific way? Hat! There's no orange. There's not an orange. I don't have horns. Give me a little halo because I'm cute. Because I'm friggin' cute. I'm a cutie. Cutie patootie. How do I move my arm though? So it's like in that sleeve. That's not the color of my tail, but we'll go with it. Give me the big diamond eyes. Big sparkly eyes. Yay, bushy. You bushy. You cute. I'm fuzzy. How do I move my friggin' arm, though? What even is this? There we go. Give myself a pipe for some reason. Why not? Go for it. Believe in your dreams. There we go. Now I'm in the sweater properly. Don't give me kitty feets, though. I'm gonna give myself chicken foot. You can give me cute paws. Cute pawsies, because I have cute pawsies. I have very cute paws. I promise. I don't like this one. I don't like how it came out. I didn't feel like we were very successful. Let's try this one. Maybe this one will be good. We'll do some pickaroos. Oh, I've done this one. I've done this one before. I feel like these are all people's results, which is not what I'm interested in. Yeah, show me all the hot pickaroos. Show me the hot popular pickaroos of today. I don't think I've done this one. Let's try this one. Yeah. Oh, sometimes they don't load right. We'll go with that nose. Yeah, there we go. There's some eyes. The weird staticiness of this one is throwing me off. There we go. Got my big... No, there's no green! There's no green. We can't do it. Maybe that's why I haven't done this one. Maybe I started it once and gave up because there was no green to make myself. Oh, let's do the Among Us one. No, Brent, come back. Since we're gonna play Among Us with Minty tonight. I think this is an Among Us one. Yeah, make yourself an Among Us. Okay. We're gonna put ourselves in pink, because my sweater is pink. We're not gonna put a helmet on. Blood warning. Oh, it's blood. Those are for helmets. We're gonna put them... Oh, that's on them. Okay. These are all helmet things. Horror warning. I don't need hands. You don't need hands in space. We'll do that. Oh, that's also claws. We gotta make it pink, though. No, we're tiny. We're a teeny baby. I think this is the closest we're gonna get to cat ears. So we'll do that. Not interested. I am just a kitty. I am just good kitty. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, like, what are hands even good for? That's beards. I don't have a beard. Give me the big kitty eyes. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. There we go. Big hard eyes. That sounds like me. Yep. Everything is gay in space. Everything is gay in space. I'm gay and in space. I'm not in space, though. So, you know. Nosies. There we go. Kitty nose. Because I am kitty. Nah. That sounds like me. There we go. That's cute. Hippies. Cute lipsticks. No. I am not hijabi. I'll go with this one. This seems close. Queen. We make it queen. Ponytail is me. Is me. I have to make my hair long though. Yeah, there we go. Actually, if I have the ponytail, then it should be more like that. More like that, probably. We'll go with this, and we'll get rid of the ponytail. Pinned a bunch of lore in the lore channel. All the important, not in space. I am not in space. It's true. I'm not in space. We do have a lore channel in the Discord. That is dedicated to all of my lore. No image. Oh, okay. We're gonna have sparklies because we're cool. I don't wear glasses, even though I probably should, but I don't. No earrings. Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Okay, I think these are all hats that are, like, in the game, which I have not played at all yet. But we need to give ourselves kitty... I mean, they're not kitty ears, but it's close enough. And we should go back to the ears here, back here. And be like, no, because we are kitty. There's kitty ears! Okay, so we don't need these kitty ears. Because we have those kitty ears. Is there anything... Eggs. They don't go with the ears, though. But I like the eggs. I want eggs. No, we'll give ourselves a cute halo. Green. Perfect. Robot. You can't see him because my hand is there. So no robot. We're gonna go with the hearts. There we go. This is Among Us. This is Among Us Sono. Because we're going to play Among Us tonight. Just checking in on Minty's Discord, because I'm in there, because I'm going to be doing stuff with Minty tonight. Okay, so we did this pick group. We did this fun... Look at it. Yeah, there we are. It's cute. I'm gonna copy this and we're gonna put it in the Discord. There we go. Now it's in the Discord forever. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Minty's stream. We're gonna go back to this so that I can close this. I don't know what my computer's screaming about. Oh, it's screaming about... It's mad about PRPR. PRPR has a runtime error again. This is a problem that I'm having with PRPR. I get these runtime errors where it breaks. Where it just breaks. And now I'm meditating again. I'm meditating. That's what's happening. So if you'll just, I'm gonna dissolve into the ether for a few seconds. Not a big deal. It happens sometimes. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Now I'm back. I'm back. We're fine. It's good. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Anyway, what were we talking about? We've got... How long do we have? How long do we have until Minty? Oh, posture check. Posture check. I am checked. Nya. Doing a requested nya. Nya. So I've done that. Okay. I like that I can go in there and like mark these things as checked off. Okay, so we've got like 15 minutes. We've got 15 minutes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now pull. I'll pull Minty up so I can see when Minty goes live. Hi Saturn. Hi Nya. Nya nya. Oh, I can see Minty hosting me. I'm very excited. I'm so excited. I'm very hyped. Very hyped for Minty time. So it'll be a few hours, I think, before before we go to Among Us. Saturn, yeah. Hi, baby. Because I think she's going live in about 15 minutes. But I think it's gonna be like another 2 hour or two. Saturn. Nya, nya, nya. Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be a couple hours, so I will probably like get myself something to eat. Once Minty is rolling, and then I will be on for Among Us and Scribble.io. But I will just be hanging out, watching Minty's stream in the meantime until it is... Oh, Saturn. Saturn, baby, don't sit those. Don't sit on those. Don't sit there. But we're gonna raid Minty, like, immediately when Minty starts streaming. I do want you all to know that I'm still in this hole of, like, wanting to make an animatronic Furby puppet. I just want you all to know that I have not forgotten about that. I did get a notification today that the non-working one that I bought the other day has shipped, and is on its way to me. I'll check the track order. Track my order. eBay, tell me. The tracking number has been created. We don't have a Discord command because I'm terrible, but here is the link. Here is the Discord link so you can join my Discord server. I need to go back through and like reinstall Nightbot and do a whole new bunch of commands. But welcome to the Discord. It is a very slow-moving Discord, so it's very no stress, very calm, very relaxing. Mostly it is me shitposting, and everyone responding to my shitposts. That's how we do things. Okay, so the tracking number has been created. They assume it will get here Saturday. I paid $18.66. Oh wow, we still have Nightbot? I didn't think we still had Nightbot. I thought I got rid of it. Damn, I still have to go in and like see what Nightbot stuff I've got going on. Yeah, so I'm very excited to like rip open this Furby and see if I can get it working. I don't know I don't solder, so that is the biggest problem, but I have found parts to like install an on-off switch in this project, so that my biggest hurdle has already been overcome. I just need to find someone who can like solder these parts for me. So that's a fun, I have not... I forgot we had Nightbot, because we also had Stream Elements, and getting that out of my chat was, like, fucking hell. So I thought I had just gotten rid of all of them. I thought I had gotten rid of everything, so I need to, like, see what we've got going with Nightbot. One of these days. Yeah, Nightbot's fine. Nightbot can be in my chat, it's fine. But what are my commands? Discord, we've got a donate command. We have an Etsy command. We had my Switch friend code. We've got a Patreon command, a podcast command, Twitter, and uptime. Uptime was mostly for me. That was a me command. Why does my Patreon command not have an actual link to my Patreon? What dumb shit am I on? That I didn't fucking add the link. Oh, this needs to be updated. Because we're not talking about 01 anymore, because 01 ended. So that needs to be changed to Saber. There we go. Okay, I don't know what other Nightbot commands we could possibly need. But yeah, so hold on, I'm gonna like hop into my Amazon wish list. Okay, so yeah. So I found this, which is parts for a battery pack that has an on-off switch on it. So my plan is to like replace the line in the Furby that goes to the battery pack, have it go to this instead. Because this has the same, it's a 4 battery, 6 volt battery holder. 4 times, ooh. Thank you, Angry Bitch. Thank you for following. We're talking about Furbies again. We're talking about my dumb Furby project. While we wait for Minty to go live. Yeah, 4 times AA. So that's what we're working with pretty much. Oop, this is Minty. This is Minty's channel, which is hosting me. But we're gonna go here in a minute. Hello, welcome. Welcome. We're hanging out, we're talking about my weird Furby puppet project that is haunting my brain for the rest of my life until I make it happen. So recently I purchased a non-functional Furby, and I'm gonna I'm gonna customize it one way or another, and I'm gonna try and figure out what exactly, see if I can just figure out lightly what maybe is making it not work, if maybe like a wire was not connected correctly. And I'm gonna try and, if I can get it working, otherwise I will just get a working Furby to do this with. I'm gonna like disconnect the battery. I still have my childhood Furby right here. I love it. It's a horrible little gremlin. I refer to it as the old one, because it is from 1998 and has lived in my house since then. But I want to, hook it up to an on-off switch for a wide variety of reasons. Most of which is that I don't want it just going off at random. But I want to do something like a shoulder puppet with it. I want to like convert it into I want to convert a functioning Furby into like a shoulder puppet where I can be puppeting like its tail and the movement of its head while it like talks. That sounds like a cool, fun thing for me to have and like go to conventions with, when going to conventions is a thing people can do again, because Lord knows I'm not doing that anytime in the near future. But it's just kind of a project that is stuck in my head because I love the concept of long Furbies and customized Furbies. So I bought, oh Jesus, I shouldn't show my email inbox. That's probably not a smart idea. But I bought a non-functional Furby, and I'm gonna see what I can do with it. I'm gonna make it look cool one way or another. And I'm gonna figure out this puppet thing. Finding this, I think this is mostly for RC cars, is what this is like sold for. People who like build RC cars and RC planes and stuff, but it'll serve my purposes. I may have to like connect a longer wire because it may not reach where I need it to, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Thank you. I'm grateful for your luck. I'm very excited. We'll go back to this now. But oh, Minty is live. Okay, we're gonna go raid Minty. Please give Minty all of the hearts. Everyone who subbed, please give Minty nyatas and hearts. We are gonna raid Minty now. Thank you everyone so much for coming. I'm looking forward to, I'm gonna be playing games with Minty in a little bit, but this is Minty's third evolution debut, and we're gonna raid Minty, so please give Minty some hype for me. As soon as I get this raid, why is it not letting me do, why is it not bringing me to Minty to raid? I'm gonna refresh this, and I'm gonna try and raid Minty again. No, I want to raid Minty. I want to raid Minty. That is the thing that I want. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm so excited. It will not let me raid Minty. Why? When I'm trying to make this happen, and it will not bring Minty up on the raid. I'm in Minty's chat at this moment, being very upset that it won't let me raid. It wants me to raid someone playing Fortnite. Oh, it's live for me. She's live for me. Like, I've got her getting ready screen. I'm not gonna raid this person playing Fortnite. Yeah, because it shows her not hosting me anymore. There she is. There she is. We're going. We're going now. We're going. We're making it happen. Everyone go, please go watch Minty. I'm so excited for this. I will see you in a little bit on Minty's channel.